hard working every day. Not a lazy mom, got no time to play. Always on the go. You stuck on the flow, but it's time for the show.
Welcome back. So, I see y'all all can't get enough of me in my team. Not for lazy moms. And we're going to be talking about some really good crap today. How to detox and rid your life of crap. Literally. Why is detoxing important, especially for busy parents? And when you make diet changes for yourself, do you also make those changes for your kids in your entire household? So we're going to get into this. This is a good topic. I'm here with your favorite Fab 3, Cousin Hank, the Forever Bachelor. What's up?
Man, you already know, man. You know, giving you the truth from the booth, from my own crazy perspective. Now,
Okay. Oh, you switched it up
thought
for us.
about that all night.
Oh, you're funny, but it didn't rhyme, so boo. What's up, the super sexy super dad, Chris?
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, baby?
Doing well.
No, what's up today?
What's up? What's up?
What's up, Miss Allie?
Hey, so ready to get into it.
Yes, me too. So recently, Chris and I did a detox, and it was amazing. We decided as of December 2017, at the end of December, we said, you know what? We're going to eliminate some things from our diet and see if we can go the full year without, eating certain foods. So we decided to get rid of chicken, which is huge for the Black community.
No doubt.
Oh, Lord, I miss some
tough.
chicken.
The Black delegation needs to vote on these two.
So huge. So we decided to get rid of chicken, and we decided to eliminate pork. Oh, my God, we're crazy. But I've been feeling so good since I did that.
Do you eat eggs still?
Yes. So I
Red meat?
Yes, I can't do those two in 2018. We're going to have to save that for another year.
There's going to be nothing left. Oh, right. Okay, so occasionally red meat.
Yes, we'll still do occasionally red meat. We'll do we do a lot of seafood. It's been very tricky just trying to figure out what foods that we can consume and then which ones we're going to avoid. But one of the guys I follow on Instagram, his name is Shaka Bars, Chaka Bars, Bars. And I was watching him live one day. He's a vegan. And he told us that when he started his journey, he grew up vegan, took a break, became vegan again. He said when he took his journey to become vegan, it took him years. And one of the things that he said that I loved is that he actually only would work on one or two things per year. So he said what he did was, his mindset was, if I start this in January and even if I'm not perfect and I slip, I have until December to totally rid it from my diet to the point where my body won't even crave it.
So he did like small little goals. Like he started with like different food groups basically and worked his way up to completely. That's smart.
Isn't
That's a smart way to do it. Yeah.
And he said this way he was able to get it out of his system to where he didn't even desire it anymore. So I was like, oh, that sounds good. And Chris and I watched it and we were like, you know what? Let's go ahead and try, pork and chicken.
Wait, hold on. Were you really on board, Chris?
Yes.
Oh, you really were?
Yeah, I knew it was going to be hard for me because I grew up, you couldn't eat a meal without meat on the plate.
Right.
So that was a big challenge. And, chicken was number one. That was at least 3 or 4 days a week. Pork definitely was, up there as well. And, but it was a challenge and I knew I needed to make a lifestyle change. So, we both did it together and our kids are doing it with us as well.
Yeah, our kids are not eating chicken or pork, and they'll ask for, Daddy, when are we going to have some sausage for breakfast again?
Yeah, I had to tell my little boy, I'll get you some turkey sausage and cook it for you.
Yeah, so, it's been a bit of a struggle. Whenever we have house guests now, they look like they're starving.
Well, they have to adjust to like do they like secretly like binge eat chicken in the closet or something? That's what I would do.
No, it's funny though, but we'll still order it for, we'll still make it for people, but I'm not eating it. I watched one video about chicken. I will not tell you what it was because everybody has their own path. I don't want to gross anyone out, but it put me to that point where I said,
was it that what the health video?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
It was just like a meat factory worker.
Okay.
Took some behind the scenes. Oh gosh. I was like, you know what? I'm good. And I haven't felt better. So along with that, we did a cellular cleanse by a doctor. His name is Dr. Sebi. Sebi. He's an African doctor. He's no longer with us, but his daughter still runs the company. And we ordered the advanced package cleanse. And Chris and I both did it. And I have never in my life experienced a cleanse like that. I mean, some of the stuff didn't taste that great, but it was worth it. It was like
what does that mean? What's a cellular?
A lot of herbal.
It's a lot of herbs, a lot of ground up stuff, and it's in pill form. And then you have these drinks that go along with it that help take out it rids your body of mucus. So his philosophy is that the reason we are sick is because our body has way too much mucus. We produce mucus so that it can protect us and get bad stuff out. Mm-hmm. Well, if we're constantly in our environment trying to rid ourselves of pollen and environmental pollution and all of these things, we're constantly producing mucus, and it's not good. So his mindset is you gotta get the mucus out. Once you get the mucus out, you'll be able to really absorb the nutrients in the food you're eating. And when you do his cleanse, you're supposed to be following a very strict vegan diet. Now, although Chris and I aren't vegan, we still decided to do it. And we tried to stick to what he said to the best that we could. And it was amazing. I definitely feel the difference. I don't wake up feeling cloudy in my mind anymore. Last year, I actually suffered a miscarriage. And I felt as though I was completely toxic. Like my whole entire body was just like, I mean, my face was breaking out. I've never dealt with acne. My hair was falling out. It was just downhill for me. And I said, you know what? I need to get back in the gym. I need to detox. I need to get myself back together if we're going to attempt to even try to have, another baby and conceive again. And it's important for people to understand that it's not just the woman who has to detox, but the man as well. So I need to make sure Chris is, giving me some good, strong fighters, some swimmers. Make sure those swimmers got muscles on them.
Let me ask you a question.
So,
though.
yeah.
Let me ask you a question, though, because you said you did the cleansing and you're doing a detox now. So what do you say to the people that want to cleanse? Or is it another form of method you can use for people that can't afford that?
Oh, definitely.
If you can't afford cleansing, what would be a substitute?
Pretty expensive.
Oh, I know it is.
Yeah, it was pretty costly. For those who still want to enjoy the benefits of getting a cleanse, you have several other options. Number one, water. Mm-hmm. Drink plenty of water. I actually invested in a filter on my tap. And it wasn't that expensive, and I actually installed it myself. I got my little plumber hat on, and I got right up under the sink, and I bought some glass bottles, which you actually see Hank and Chris, they bought the glass bottles today with their filtered water, and it tastes totally different than drinking bottled water. And
you're probably saving money by not constantly buying bottled water.
Yep. Right. And I bought these bottles off of Amazon. They're glass. We throw them in the dishwasher. We hand wash the lids and fill it up from the tap, and we're good to go.
Cool. They look cool. I'm not going to lie.
And my last question. Well, not going to be my last question, but another question to go into more of what you're saying. What would you say to the people that they'll come at you and say, well, if I detox, I'm probably still going to live as long as if I was still eating what I was eating? What would you say to that if people are still
quality
living?
Life,
yeah,
quality
exactly.
life.
Do you want to walk around and feel like you're weighing an extra 1,000 pounds?
Or just be in a haze from like the sugar intake or the dairy, whatever it is?
All right, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Exactly.
And just for a man, one thing that I must say, I always thought that, I've always heard, once a man reaches around 40, his mojo starts to go downhill. And I kind of, felt like mine was going downhill. I was overweight. Just wasn't the same that I used to be. And actually going through this detox, working out in the gym, I've dropped like 30 pounds. My mojo is back strong.
Oh, my Lord.
That was
not even strong is not even the word. Like, this dude will not leave me alone.
My mojo is back.
Here we go. And not even into the first 15 minutes.
And me and my wife actually read an article where it talked about, the meat that you eat actually decreases that. And, so
can you be specific? Can you be specific with the meat?
Meat causes acid. Okay. It causes an increase of acid in your body, and that contributes to all of those strong organs.
Yeah.
So.
I was actually just going to say something that annoys me about men about this. Like, I'm happy for you.
We are in the booth with you right now. Let's hear it.
Chris, I think you look amazing. Like, 30 pounds is like, and I saw a picture of you in a suit the other day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're looking good.
Yeah.
Okay, I just did Whole30 with my husband, which is basically like no carbs, no dairy, no grains, no anything except for meat and veggies. And in 30 days, I lost maybe 0.5 of something. And he dropped 20 pounds in 30 days. I'm like, men are so annoying. Like, you know,
Allie, not that you need to lose any weight.
no, but it's like how you feel too. Like by the end of it, I'm like, I mean, I guess I feel okay. He's like, this is amazing. This is unbelievable.
Probably because his mojo got a little bit stronger.
Oh
Too.
I guess it does seem like the journey's easier for men. I swear. Like, well, I mean, in my case, genetics play a huge part with me.
you have
A lot of
high
people will
metabolism.
look at me and say, "Oh, you don't need to work out. You don't need to eat healthy." But I felt like how Chris looked. like seriously,
No,
I
I
felt that
totally
way.
know
Just
what
to
you
put it in
mean.
perspective.
Sorry, man.
So you felt 370 pounds.
I did. I felt like I was dragging. I felt very like I was cloudy. I woke up. How do you wake
feel
up tired?
puffy. Yep.
You know, after sleeping great all night, I sleep really good. And I'm waking up and I'm just exhausted. And I just felt sluggish all day. My attitude didn't feel that great. I just felt like the whole world was weighing on my shoulders. I'm stressed and I just didn't feel good. And this is the best I've felt in probably 2 years.
That's
Also,
good.
I bet
Yeah.
since you've done this, because I know for me and Matt, this was the case, because he relied on like melatonin to fall asleep every night. But
I'm
since
sorry,
Whole30,
what's melatonin?
it's like a herbal supplement to help you sleep.
right.
Yeah.
He hasn't taken it at all, and he's gotten like amazing sleep. Still the same amount of hours, but
Right.
you're probably getting more deep sleep just
Yes.
based on your nutrition intake and
REM.
what you're
Better
having.
quality
Yeah,
of
yeah,
sleep. Yeah.
exactly.
And that's probably what helps him lose weight too.
Yeah.
Because you know what is there? It's like a hormone that's produced or something when you're sleeping
I
that
forgot what it's
signals your
called.
body to
Toast.
What is it called?
Something.
Is it melatonin?
It sounds.
I don't think so.
don't know.
Just combine that with melanin or
melatonin. And is it
I don't know.
oxytocin? Is it
No,
oxytocin?
Not Oxycontin.
Something.
No, I'm playing.
We're not experts here. We don't know the real terms to everything, but y'all know what we're talking about. Sleep is very important. Also, one thing that people...
Oh no, oxytocin. I knew I heard that.
Oxytocin?
It's to help with labor contractions. Okay, yeah, like, that's not it.
Oh, that's funny.
Dying.
But yeah, one of those big words. Y'all can look it up.
Look it up for us. Tweet it to us.
Yes, please. Yeah, post
I'm
the
not the
comment
only
below.
one that need help with words. Yes.
Well, yeah, you know, I don't have a medical degree, like, you know,
Right.
But no, one of the things that I think is interesting as well is so many people focus on wanting to lose weight and changing their diet and doing all of these different cleanses, but they don't adjust to whatever the stress levels are either. They don't try to do anything about decreasing the stress.
No, they just drink
Detoxing
smoothies
stress.
for 5 days and think that it will solve the world's problems.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think, too, a good point that you even brought up with your husband saying that when he started losing the weight, he started sleeping better and all of those different things. Stress contributes to weight as well. You know, if you're stressed out, you're going to be carrying extra weight. You're not going to be able to lose it because it's a mental thing. I mean, it's a lot that plays into it besides just your measurements or the way you look. So one thing I also did was I incorporated acupuncture. I started going to get acupuncture done. Chris did as well. And it helps you just to kind of relax. And I'd be knocked out with them pins in me.
And then when you
on that table.
when you leave there, you kind of have like a little bit of a buzz going on too,
Yes,
which I
it's-
love.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. It's just like, yeah, you literally feel like, you feel high, I guess.
Yeah, no, it is. You kind of feel a little high.
Feel like very, very much buzzed. But yeah, but that was one thing I wanted to address too, because I'm like, you know what? I want to detox my body, but I need to detox my mind. And in the nature of the business that I'm involved in, it's a lot of stress. You know, people will watch and they'll look at it and they'll think just, oh, they're just being followed around with cameras, watching their life. But the amount of work that's involved in doing what we do, to the point where I have young kids. So if I have to have cameras with me all day, I have to wake up probably around 5 a.m, get myself completely ready, get my kids up, get them completely ready, take them to school. While they're at school, which is great, they're there for 6 to 8 hours. I'm like, okay, that's a nice amount of time. But with the cameras involved, I have to drop them off and then I'm in cameras until it's time to pick them up. Sometimes I have to be back with cameras after I get them. And it's a long day. And then when I'm around my kids, I never want them to feel like I don't have time or they don't have my attention.
You have to be on.
Yeah, it's like you have to be on in the days you don't even feel like being on. You have to be bubbly. You have to be happy.
Well, and then there's the part where people then dissect your everyday life of it. So that adds stress to it, too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So Chris and I, we actually, every time we're done with our filming season, for 2 weeks, I sleep. we go to our lake house and we do nothing. We see no one. It's just me, Chris, and the kids, and we relax.
And that's a mental detox.
Yes, it
right?
is. Yes, it is. It definitely is. So I really enjoy. I really enjoy also detoxing my mind. So in general, we have a lot of favorite detox programs. We talked about Dr. Sabi with the cell food, but some ones that are more cost effective. I love doing things with herbs. Ginger is amazing. It burns fat, it burns belly fat. Apple cider vinegar. You can add that to your water.
I'm very big on the apple cider vinegar.
Yeah,
Very
you can
big
add
on that.
2 tablespoons to a tall glass of water, and and you drink that before you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and oops, sorry, phone's on. You add that to some water. Drink it first thing when you wake up. It actually helps with blood pressure, controlling your blood pressure and all that too. And it actually burns fat, belly fat, and you'll notice that it's a cleanse, especially when you first start using it. I had one of my uncles try it out, and he was on the toilet all morning. I mean, blew up the bathroom. And he was like, oh my goodness, that stuff is powerful. He had no idea what he was in store for. Another one of my faves is to use essential oils.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. You can literally, people always like, I wish I could just rub the fat away. You literally can with an oil.
Or you can inhale it.
Oh yeah. Hank has a great detox story dealing with one of my favorite Young Living oils, Thieves.
Let me tell you. Do you want me to get into it?
I want you to get into this.
All right. So no judgment is going to be casted my way. But this is what happened. So I'm at my Uncle Kevin's house, and I go to sleep. I'm going to skip what happened what led me to go to sleep. So I went to sleep probably around 11 o'clock. And we had a plan to wake up at 3 o'clock and head out. Mind you, this is the morning. So anyway, he decides to put a diffuser on. At this point, I knew nothing about a diffuser. I knew nothing about oils. I knew nothing. So basically what I'm doing is I'm inhaling, or I'm breathing in Thieves oil. I'm breathing it in. And as I'm breathing it in, I don't know what's it doing in my body, but when I woke up, I did wake up feeling great. After about 2 minutes of walking, I felt everything in my stomach drop to my butt. And I almost pooped on myself. I literally almost pooped on myself. No. You need to understand where I'm coming from. Because you don't understand. I knew gravity was serious, but when I tell you the weight in my stomach dropped to my butt, and I felt like I was rimming it. I was turtle. What would you call it?
Turtle head.
It was turtle head. It was right there.
Oh Lord!
No, it's that serious. I want y'all to feel me. I'm serious.
I said,
and mind you, I had my coat on. And we were going down the steps, and I said, Uncle Kevin, something is wrong. I turned around and I ran to that bathroom. When I tell you I was on that toilet for about 5 minutes, and I was literally pooping, flush, pooping. It was really that serious. But I say all that to say, after I was done, I felt great. I felt lighter. My head was clear. I don't know how that gave me a clear sense of thinking. Everything felt good. I had a great night. And yeah, so Thieves.
Is that what Thieves does?
Well, for Hank's case,
she gonna say my body was terrible.
He had a lot of toxins in him, because I can diffuse Thieves all day and it doesn't affect me that much. But I have been using oils for 5 years,
right?
So it's a little bit different. With Hank's case, Hank, I used to tell him all the time he used to eat fake food.
We're not going to get into
all of that fraudulence had to come out his body at some point.
Well, time out. See, now, I'm glad you said that. I was eating fake food because of the question. Well, kind of like the question I asked you. What are inexpensive ways to detox? And for me, not where I'm located, but for what I can afford, fake food was very reasonable for me. So when I got $10 in my pocket,
you gotta do what you had to do.
A 2-piece, hamburger with French fries for $2 is going to be the meal. But I will
say though, with Whole30, you can put as much money or as little money as you want into it,
right?
Because you control it. It's really a ton of cooking, a ton of meal prep. So it's not like you're going out to restaurants. You have to read the ingredients for everything. So really you're making everything.
Yeah.
So,
I think too, another thing about, what did you just say, Hank? You said something about
what? Food,
affording
expensive
foods. That's one thing that does irritate me about our market, is that to eat healthy and to be healthy, it is so expensive.
Of course. And I believe it's really set up to be that way, if you ask me. But I think that's another story, another topic.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And if you notice where all the affordable food is, bad food, unhealthy choices, McDonald's, Burger King's, where are they located?
Yeah.
Where are the what we call now, what some people call Chick-fil-A's, where are they located? Or the Whole Foods, where are they located?
Yeah.
Whole Foods
Fresh
is
market.
3 times
Absolutely.
more expensive
Yeah.
than a regular grocery
For real,
store.
for real.
It is
That's serious.
definitely it's a struggle, and I do feel bad because people always ask me. They're like, "Well, what can I do outside of?" I mean, you can work on one thing at a time. Number one, drinking plenty of water. You're supposed to drink half your body weight in ounces a day. So doing exercise. If you can't afford to get a gym membership, maybe just walk in your neighborhood.
Absolutely.
Doing some, just staying active in general. You can do. I used to do ab workout, like a little ab routine before I got into bed, even if it was just 50 sit-ups. Just doing something.
Yeah.
Like not setting your goals so high that they're not attainable. I think that's another issue that we always do. We'll say, all right, I'm gonna work out 5 days a week. I'm not going to eat any breads. I'm not going to eat any sugars and no pasta. And you start eliminating so many things that it becomes overwhelming.
Well, and it's unrealistic to
That's
all
it.
of it. You're setting yourself up for failure when you make these huge statements that you're going to cut everything out.
Yeah. But I know like a bottle of Thieves essential oil, it has 250 drops if you get the 15 milliliter bottle, and it's $35. When you really think about it, it's not that expensive.
All depends on who you asking.
Well, 250 drops for $35.
But you know how some people will look at that? $35 for 250 drops. Or a person that's less unfortunate will be like, that's about 5 days worth of McDonald's or Burger King. Or, go ahead.
Well, the thing is, I think that a lot of people spend money on what they want to spend money on, what's most important to them. Because I can guarantee a lot of people that don't have a lot of money, they still drink their alcohol. Some people, they get into other different things.
Coming from, looking at it that standpoint,
Right.
I
So
agree with
what's
you
more
100%.
important, to have fun and party and tear your body down, or to take care of your body?
That makes sense.
So you got to put everything in perspective, and what's what's the
True.
It's
most
like,
important thing for
maybe
you.
for one
True, very
weekend,
good.
instead of turning up at the club, I can take $35 and get a bottle of Thieves, and I can literally detox my entire system.
That makes
Thieves
good
was one
sense.
of the first oils that I used, me and my son, when he was a year old. 1 drop. Mix it with a tablespoon of coconut oil, and I would rub that on the bottoms of Christopher and my own feet. And when I tell you that, and I would do it every few hours, it detoxed us to the point where we were knocked out. I remember Chris, we were in Alabama, terrible allergies. Christopher had terrible allergies, kept getting recurrent sinus infections, all kinds of stuff. And I decided to start with Thieves. And I would put that, down the spine, underneath the feet. And I remember Chris coming home from work, and he was working under Coach Saban at the time for the football team. And we were just asleep. Me and my son, we were out of it for like 3 days.
Because your body was
Our
just
body
getting
was-
rid of everything?
Yes, totally detoxed us. And that's another thing that people need to be aware of too. When you start taking stuff out of your body, you're no longer feeding the bad stuff that's in your body. So it's starting to die.
Well, and
So-
that's when people typically give up on a cleanse because
Yep.
they're like, I'm so tired. I have headaches. But that's like when it's working. That's when you need to
Yes.
just like power through it.
Yep, you have to. So what people need to understand is you have bad stuff in your body and you have good stuff in your body. When you're eating a bunch of sugars and different things like that, breads, that is feeding the bad stuff. So that's why you crave it. People wonder like, oh my God, why do I have such a sweet tooth? Well, you got too much bad stuff in your body.
Yeah. You're
So-
relying on sugar.
Yes, get on a
I
probiotic.
never looked at it like that.
Yeah,
That's
rid
crazy.
yourself. Get on a probiotic. Something as simple as taking a probiotic every day is huge. Get all of the bad stuff out. You're going to feel weak for a few days. You're going to feel like off. You're going to feel tired. You're going to feel sluggish because even though it's bad, your body has been used to having it. So now that it's coming out of your body, it's dying out. Your body's losing something that it was accustomed to having.
Well, it's like going through withdrawal a little bit because it's
If
like
you-
wanting it. Yeah.
If you could give the people out there one thing specific to start on detoxing, what would that one thing be? Out of all the things you can detox on, what's that one thing that I would be like, start this one thing and see how it goes?
I always say if you're going to detox, you have to start with the colon because that is the organ that's connected to everything. It's connected to your brain. It's connected to your major arteries, And what happens is if you're backed up in your colon, when you're eating good food, it can't penetrate through those walls and get to, so that your body can absorb the good stuff.
Gotcha.
So if you're going to detox, you have to cleanse your colon first. You have to. And also mental, the stress. You have to figure out what ways can I rid my life of stress, cut off certain people, take yourself out of certain situations. take away the negativity, maybe stay off social media for a little bit. Whatever's causing you stress, also detox that in the process. This way you can actually enjoy the benefits of what you're trying to do. But I always believe in starting with the colon. Chris and I have had colon cleanses, not the colonoscopy because that's the camera. We've had colon hydrotherapy. But you have to know where you're going, and you have to know that they know what they're doing. So you have to be very careful in choosing where you go for colon hydrotherapy. The Angel Care system is one of the best machines, but you also want to make sure that the person operating it knows what the heck they're doing, because anybody can open up a colon hydrotherapy clinic. You know, you know. So you don't have to have like certain licenses that you would for other businesses to do that. So you don't want anybody, you know, putting water up in your butt and burning the insides of you.
Well, my husband and I were like, we need to try that after you're telling me about it. And we're like, that's when we've realized like the point of our marriage where we've gotten so comfortable. We're like, yes, let's have a date night where we like go get our colons cleansed together. Like,
so romantic.
But we were like so excited about it. We're like, our relationship has gotten comfortable.
That's the sexiest. It's the sexiest date night I've ever
Man,
heard.
your colon's smelling really good.
I'm dying.
Oh my goodness. I don't think me and Chris ever had that point in our relationship. We've always been very comfortable.
Well, you've been comfortable. I used to go to the bathroom and pass gas when we first started dating.
Oh, I used to go outside. That's funny.
She said, I talked to her about it, Monique, and Monique said, I was just letting them rip under the
Absolutely.
cover.
No, wait, really?
She don't care. She don't care.
do that.
She do not care.
I did not. It's natural.
Now it's just a let her rip contest now. It doesn't even matter anymore.
Some people will pass. Some people will pass gas and they act like they ain't do it. Monique would be like, glad to let that
If
loose.
I start laughing, that means I did it. And my kids act the same way. They think it's so funny if they pass gas. It's like a comedy thing. It's like, who did that? Take ownership. Oh my goodness. But yeah. But no, it's so funny. After you get a colon hydrotherapy, your gas doesn't even smell like anything.
Really?
It's literally just air.
Just air?
It's literally
Just so
air.
there's no confusion.
No confusion.
What the heck?
Confusion.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Are you
Anyway,
confused?
I think I am. No, seriously. Is a laxative the same thing as getting that stuff out?
It's not the same thing. A laxative can only reach certain areas. Like it can only push through certain points. When you get colon hydrotherapy, it's actually, the young lady described it to me like this. Your colon is not just a street. If you imagine a street. But if you are in New York, you'll notice that if you're walking down the street, there's so many alleys. There's alleys to the left, there's alleys to the right, you know. So she said your colon is like a street with alleys. So
Every time you say that, I keep thinking about Ali. I'm sorry.
I'm here.
I'm sorry. Every time you say it, I just keep thinking about Ali. She's Ali. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, this alley is spelled Alley.
Got you. Go ahead. Don't put me to the test.
Yeah, So if you imagine it that way, if you take a laxative, it's only going to cleanse the street. It's not going to cleanse the alleys. And the alleys are the parts that you really want to be leery of, because that's when you can have feces that is sort of cement-like, because it's sitting in that alley for so long with nothing able to penetrate and push it out.
Wow.
So when you get colon hydrotherapy, it actually cleanses the alleys and the street and pushes everything out. You have to go several times to cleanse the entire colon, because you know your colon is like super long. Like it's what, like 5 feet?
Yeah, it's really long.
Yeah. I don't know how long Chris's is.
Maybe 10.
Probably is like, yeah, definitely taller than I am.
Right. But you have to definitely get those, like she described it, those alleys, but it's like little pockets. You have to get all of that stuff cleansed out.
Look, I'm over here holding back my jokes now.
Y'all can go. I like joking too, so I'm perfectly fine with joking. but basically, you have all of these pockets that you have to get cleansed out, because that's where a lot of the nutrients are absorbed from, those pockets. So if you have old feces sitting in there, all of the new nutrients that you're putting in you from the food, you can't get it broken down and, get it to the rest of your body to keep you healthy.
Wow. So I've been 31 years without a colon hydrotherapy. So I'm all jammed up.
Oh, it's going to be a lot of crap coming out of you.
all jammed up.
And they have it so that you can actually see it coming out.
Really?
Yeah, it's like
Pretty bad.
Yeah, you can literally see. They'll put like a mirror where you can like look at the mirror. It depends on their setup, but you can see it. And there was at one point, the very first time I did it, I thought that the dang on pipe was going to get clogged.
Oh my God,
I was like, this is insane. I'm sorry, this might be
You don't
too
realize how
for
much
too
is
many
in
people.
you.
But
Well, and that's why it's like
God.
I wouldn't do a laxative because also to me it's like it's just uncomfortable. Like you're like, you know, I don't know. I feel like
I
this
was
is like
just
a
thinking
safe
about
place
I was
to
just
do
thinking
it,
about
and it's like more natural to like fully cleanse.
Yeah,
fully cleanse
and
you.
this dates back to Egyptian days, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you're right.
I mean, they have
They
been
said
on.
the Egyptians came up with a form of this
Really?
back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah. So this is something that's been happening for a long time, and they obviously knew that needed to happen. I mean, especially like if you had a stomach bug. You know, stomach bug, that's nothing but a parasite or, you know, something, it's something it's a bug,
Right.
like literally. So when you have a stomach bug, it literally wipes your whole system out. And or if you use antibiotics, you know, you're not only killing off whatever is bad in your body that you're trying to fight, but you're also killing the good colon bacteria that your body needs so that it can stay regular. So to me, it's like, if I'm getting sick, colon hydrotherapy, let me make sure I take my vitamins, let me make sure I take my probiotic. And think about how much money we spend on vitamins every year. And you're popping these vitamins every day and you're barely absorbing anything from what
I
you're
mean, I
taking.
never thought about that. You're right.
Yeah, it's like you have to start with the colon. That's just my belief.
So the
you know,
colon-
I'm
It's
not
a
an
clean
expert,
slate
but-
at that
So
point.
basically, the colon
literally
is
a
your
clean
foundation.
slate. Yeah.
So basically, the colon is the foundation.
Yes, that's
Without
why they
the
call it your
colon being
second brain.
clean- Okay. Without,
why
But
they call
as
it
and
your
also
second
as
brain.
you
That
keep saying,
makes
like
perfect sense.
just drink. You can start just by drinking a ton of water. Like
Right.
Definitely.
that will
you
help
have
to flush stuff out.
Oh yeah, yes, I totally believe in that. Any other questions, Mr. Hank?
Well, I think we basically touched on. Well, like I said, I wanted to know one good thing, and you gave me one great thing, which is the colon. And you know, it's crazy what you said about 10 seconds ago. People, you know, they digest vitamins, and because their colon is messed up, they're not even getting the benefits of it.
Nutrients
And that,
from it,
if you
right.
think about that, that's a lot. I mean, outside of vitamins, people think they're eating good, and they're not really getting what they need to get because their colon is messed up.
And you're like, man, I'm
That's
doing this
crazy.
great diet.
That
was
is
me.
crazy.
That was me last year. I'm like, I eat very good, very
Yeah.
clean. And I was so toxic. I went and got my blood work done. You know how you do your physical every year. And I mean, it was terrible. It was awful. And it was like, your whole body is toxic. You know, you're not absorbing nutrients.
That's crazy.
And I was like, this is insane.
Because of
And it
your
was
colon.
because of stress. And it was because of just like stress was a major cause.
Yeah.
A major part in that. But I wasn't working out regularly. I wasn't taking care of myself like I should. We were so nonstop last year with the move and then now with me doing the show, you know, getting a lot of press requests and, you know, it just adds to the busy. And I have young kids and, you know, people always are like, oh my God, what do you do? What do you do? At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what I do. My goal is to make sure that my kids never feel what I do. So if I'm saying I'm busy, it's because I'm trying to squeeze in all of my responsibilities when my kids are at school so that when they come home, they have my undivided attention. And that's even hard. That's a struggle sometimes. You know, if I'm on my phone, my son knows how to check me. And he's like, he'll put something right in my face. Mommy, pay attention to me. Put down the phone, you know, so that he can make sure he has my attention. So it's impossible to be around them and not be engaged. And I don't want to be that person anyway. So, you know, just trying to balance things and have a plan. That's always important. And when it comes to diet changes, you have to have a plan and you have to make it a plan that's easy to achieve, not so overwhelming.
And
you
I
know?
will say, like, you both doing it together, me doing it with my husband, like
yeah.
that made it easier for us to stick to it. Because
Right.
Yep.
after the first week, my husband's like, all right, you know what? I think I'm gonna like not do Whole30 on the weekends, but I'm gonna do it during the week. But then he saw that I was still doing it during the weekend and he was like, all right, I'm gonna keep doing it. So it's like you kind of support each
That
other.
accountability.
You know
Yeah,
what they
exactly.
say. You know what they say. Teamwork makes the dream work. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good. You had a partner with that.
It's true. And even yesterday, we went to Chick-fil-A, and I was like, oh, I'm going to just get some French fries, and Hank got chicken tenders. And I
Some
was
things
so tempted.
I will not have
Oh
the
my
black
God.
delegation get rid of me. I'm sorry. I'm going to eat my chicken.
Forget that.
I'm going to eat my chicken.
I'm still invited to the cookout. No
I
chicken
don't
and all.
know about that. I don't know. We might have to vote.
Oh, Lord. But no, that was very tempting. And I was just like, dang, I'm not going to do it. I've been doing so good. It's been what, like 5 months?
That's what's up.
I'm like, I'm
That
not
is
going to
really
do it.
good. That's
yeah.
really good.
So it's like you get to a certain point where you're like, all right, I've gone this long, so
Yeah.
let me just keep it going. And it's funny because, you know, some people make changes to their diet, but they don't include their kids. Now, what is y'all's take on that? Because I just felt like it was a no-brainer. Like, if Chris and I are going to stop eating chicken and pork, then our kids aren't going to eat it either. If it's not good for me, it's not good for them either. So I don't know.
agree.
What are your thoughts?
No, I totally agree. I mean, there's no sense of us, making lifestyle changes to be healthy, and then you're, basically dooming your kids by giving them whatever they want. So I think that everybody in the house needs to make the change.
Yeah.
And then once my kids get to be 18 or whatever, they make
can do
their
what
own
they want.
choices, right?
I'm terrible. I mean, I feel like I'm like confessing, but really,
Keep it real.
You're confessing. Go ahead.
I feel bad because I've given up gluten. I've given up, grains and sugar, and I'm giving my son a dairy I've given up, and he's drinking whole milk. He's having cookies, pizza, pasta.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why I keep giving it to him. I don't know.
it's easy.
I feel like it's probably because it's easy.
And that's one point. I'm sorry, Hank.
No, go ahead.
That's one point that I was going to make. I think the most difficult thing in this whole challenge of, changing what you eat is finding, where can I get these foods from? What am I going to eat today? Because we don't cook every day at home. So a lot of times, most restaurants, they're going to carry chicken. They're going to carry pork, and beef, even though we still eat beef. But it's hard to find a good fish meal every day, a different type of meal, because you're starting to get repetitive. You're eating the same
Another
thing
grilled
over
salmon
and over.
with asparagus.
And I love salmon.
Yeah.
But
No, I get
after
it.
4 days of, in a week of salmon, like, all right, I need something different.
Wait,
So I think that's the biggest challenge.
I just literally sent this message to my assistant. Can you get me a salmon salad with no croutons? Like, literally, it's like all we eat is salmon. And,
I know.
And even the fish isn't
Shrimp.
that great.
That's what I mean. And honestly, like, my son does eat. I mean, he eats veggies. I sent him actually with salmon today for lunch. But like last night, it was easier for me to make him a quesadilla and call it a day.
Right.
Yeah.
Was he happy with it though?
Yes,
That's
he
probably why
was.
you-
And
you keep giving
he
into
eats
it.
so much where it's like I can't keep up, where I feel like I can't keep giving you my food because you eat all of it, And I don't know if that makes me sound
No,
like a bad...
that makes you sound normal.
Yeah.
Because it happens. And like what the good thing what makes it a little easier for me with my kids is that I've always given them like vegetables and fruits and things like
Me
that
too.
for snacks. So the transition wasn't too hard for them. Like my daughter, if I'm eating a salad, she's like, "Mommy, I want some salad today." Like she wants to eat whatever I eat anyway. So, and sometimes if I'm eating a particular type of fish, like rockfish, because it's a little meatier, they think it's chicken. They're like, "Can I have some
Right.
more chicken?" I'm like, "Well,
You
that's
can fool 'em.
rockfish." Yeah, and I'll tell them like, "That's not chicken, that's rockfish." And they was like, "Oh, okay. This chicken is good." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." Right. If you think it's chicken, it could be chicken. But yeah. So the transition for us wasn't too terrible because we don't give them too many like sweets and things like that anyway. Well, I just found out the last episode that Hank gives my kids sugar and candy. But
I plead
yeah.
the fifth. We're gonna have
Yeah,
to
whatever.
play
You can't
that
plead
back.
the fifth.
I don't
It was
know.
recorded yesterday.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Y'all just heard episode, what was that, 2
I don't-
or
I don't-
3? Whatever
I don't
episode
remember.
that was.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
whatever.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know if this is a true statement or not, because this may get me off the chicken bandwagon. Jackfruit. Have you heard of jackfruit?
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
I've heard jackfruit may taste like chicken.
Wait,
or it could be a
really?
substitute for pork.
Jackfruit?
Yes, jackfruit. It's a real big,
No,
it's huge. And
So you just said it tastes like chicken and it can be
It
a
could be a
substitute
But what's
substitute
for
the
for pork.
consistency of it?
I heard it's tender just like chicken or pulled pork.
Really?
But, and the difference is, the reason why I use chicken and pork, I believe it's when it's cooked thoroughly,
Oh, wow,
it tastes
you're
like one.
right.
And when it's not cooked thoroughly, it tastes like the other one. I forget which one.
You can make pulled barbecue jackfruit sandwiches. Look
Yeah,
at that.
and y'all think Hank don't know what he's talking
Yeah,
about.
you're right. I'm shocked.
Yep,
Hank, you
jackfruit.
think you don't know what you're talking about. We
Most of
never
the
said
time,
that.
I know.
That looks
I might have said
terrible.
that once.
I'm sorry.
But I heard
It
it
looks
tastes.
terrible.
I heard it tastes just like
Wow, that's
one of the
interesting.
two. And it's jackfruit. Yeah.
Well,
Very interesting.
you know,
Okay.
I just think one thing for me, just going back to the topic, one
Sorry,
thing that
didn't
makes
mean to throw you off.
oh no, you're fine.
No,
you're
that's
fine.
a good suggestion.
No,
I'm
I like
curious
that.
about that.
I was just about to say, because I think another thing that it just made me think about this. I think another thing that makes changing your diet a little hard is that we put labels onto who we are as it pertains to what we eat. You know, I'm a meat eater. I'm a vegan. I'm a vegetarian. I'm a pescatarian. I don't do all those titles. I don't do any type of title besides wife and mom, because I just look at it as I'm making changes for my life. So it's not just a diet; it's a life change. So if I'm changing my life, it's going to be something that I'm going to work on for a period of time, and then I'm going to totally rid it from my diet. So if I cut out chicken and I can make it to December, I don't see me going back to chicken or pork. Like I see me moving forward. And to be honest, outside of yesterday, when we were at Chick-fil-A and I just had that one little moment of temptation, I really haven't missed it. Honestly, I haven't.
Yeah.
Maybe you needed that moment of temptation just to let you know how strong you are and to reinforce your overall thinking of not messing with chicken. So
Yes.
you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead with that philosophy.
Well, I can't make any promises. I might eat it again. So
Yeah.
But
then
if you're
it's like, what
going
was the
this
whole
long,
point?
why? You going this long, why?
Because Chris is naturally going to
I
go
was
against the
raised on
grain.
this. I'm from Alabama.
No, you know what's crazy?
I'm getting myself together, but I won't eat it as much as I used to. Like every now and then I might,
But you might
eat some
get sick
chicken.
from it. You might get sick at
We'll
this.
see. I gotta
Maybe you
test
just-
it out.
You'll
Maybe you
probably
just-
sorry.
No, no,
You'll probably be smarter about it. Like you
Exactly.
probably aren't going to eat, maybe
How
a
I'm gonna cook
McDonald's
it.
or whatever. Exactly. You will probably control how you're going to cook it.
Right, no
Yeah.
doubt. But I haven't eaten at McDonald's in what's been
Oh,
probably
it's been
10 years, 11 years.
More than 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I've
definitely I
long
eat on the
time.
healthier side. But I mean, one day I might eat some chicken or eat some ribs,
You might need to
Conecuh
be
sausage in Alabama, Conecuh County, that's the best sausage
I'm
in the
sorry.
world.
You got me hooked on
So-
Conecuh, man.
Oh yeah, so
Conecuh.
and that's pork. So maybe I might go back to eating it occasionally.
Yeah, but look how much weight you've lost because of the entire package. You actually, you've been working out consistently.
Get that. I get that.
You've been working out very consistently. You did acupuncture, getting rid of stress, even between me and you. We decided that we aren't even going to involve ourselves with negative people, negative couples. Like our conversation is going to be different.
Positive.
Because we want everything to be positive. It's a whole process. And then also the changes that you've made in your diet have contributed to the dramatic weight loss as well. So you've been getting better sleep, So I just feel like if you're on that journey and you're doing so well, why even take the chance?
Yeah, but when I trained with my trainer in Arizona, I was eating pork, I was eating chicken, I was eating beef. Now the training was a whole lot different, but I lost a lot of weight then as well. So
I just don't want you to lose your mojo.
No, that's the only thing that'll make me not probably go back. I gotta have a mojo.
I was just
Gotcha.
saying, how about if you was rewarded for not eating the chicken? What happened if you
What do you mean rewarded?
Sloppy toppy.
sloppy toppy, some mushy gushy?
You just like saying sloppy
More-
toppy, don't you?
I mean, I'm saying, man, ain't nothing wrong with some. And you know what's crazy? If I can bring this up, and I won't bring it up because
No, you said if you can bring it,
No,
go ahead
I
and
can't
bring
bring
it.
it up. I can't.
You
bring it
always do this. You're going to bring it up
Yeah,
in like
I-
2 seconds.
I can't.
said that
I
for a
can't-
reason.
No, I can't bring it up. But anyway, a reward-based program for you not eating chicken, maybe that would keep you from going
He's
to
like
the chicken.
His reward is his mojo.
Well, dude, hey,
And the
man.
mojo gets rewarded. Because it's mojo.
Oh, okay. That's what the shaking was yesterday. That's what the shaking. All right. I'm done. Y'all go ahead, man. Y'all go ahead.
You were so late.
It took me a day to process it. I swear, I thought about it last night, and I said the shaking was the shaking. I did not know that. That's what. All right, let's get back to this detoxing
Need
and
some
stuff.
mojo. Stop eating chicken, man.
All right, let's get back on track.
So you can be ready for all your randoms.
I did have a question for Chris,
The
though.
only thing better than randoms is more randoms.
See, you are reinforcing my thinking right now, and just when I thought I could cross over. But anyway, I had a question for Chris. To go back 15 minutes talking about the colon being cleansed for the males that are listening, does it hurt? Is it uncomfortable?
Yes, it hurts. And it was very difficult to get the small tube in.
His booty was a virgin.
The booty's still a virgin, by the way. It's always going to be a virgin.
I don't know. Moni used it in the past tense. It was a virgin. I'm
I
sorry.
was saying because he's had several
Molly-
colon
At
hydrotherapy
least
sessions.
three, 4, maybe.
It's been more
Is it
than-
easier after
Over
the
the
first
years.
time?
No.
Not joking.
No,
Is it easier
it's
after
not.
the first time?
It
I
depends
was
on the
almost-
person helping you too.
Right. Yeah, they helped me the first time, so it was a lot better. The second time, she told me to do it myself, and It took me
It was a
45
different-
minutes, and I
I
still
would
couldn't get it
not
back.
be able
And
to
I
do
literally
that.
was in tears. And I understand the importance of cleansing yourself and staying healthy.
No.
But it was tough.
I will say that's the important reason. That's the reason why I said you make sure you go somewhere where they know what they're doing.
Right.
We will never go back to that place.
Right.
Oh,
Because
that's
nobody
wild.
should be having you do that by
Nobody.
yourself.
And it's a
number one.
really, really small tube. And I mean, literally, it was. It was
smaller
it was
than the
difficult.
straw.
Yes, and it hurt.
Smaller.
Yeah.
Well, you have
Very
no idea
uncomfortable.
what you're doing. Like, I can't believe they just trusted you to do that yourself.
Yeah. That
doesn't seem
you know,
right.
men are natural givers. They are not receivers. So, so you know, I'm just saying, like he couldn't receive that small tube.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like an innocent little baby.
That is
you know?
small. That
Little virgin.
It was smaller than a straw.
wow. All right, but like I said, the reward is worth the what you went through. The
I mean,
reward
just like,
is worth
you
it.
know,
so
when you turn 40, you're supposed to get your prostate checked. You got to
Yeah.
go through it. It is what
Gotcha.
it is.
That makes sense.
Oh, you gotta get
Gotcha.
yours checked.
Yeah.
Okay. So, confessions. I think we should do something a little different today. We can all go around with a confession. So, what one thing or food can you not give up? Like, absolutely, you can detox your whole life. You can become a vegan. You know, you can walk on water like Jesus, and you cannot give this up.
That's easy for
One
me.
thing.
Seafood. I love seafood.
Okay.
Come on, man. I told you I cannot go against the black delegation. Chicken will forever be in with me. I'm one with the chicken.
Like
Well, if you do
Wakanda
chicken-
forever.
I'm not
chicken
giving.
forever.
I'm chicken forever, man. I'm not letting loose of chicken. Like this is a no.
Well, maybe you can get your chicken from the Amish market because they prepare their meat totally different. So it's
Okay.
a little bit of a healthier option, and it's
Gotcha.
not more. It's not that much more expensive than what you would get out of store. So I think what causes us to think, you know, fast food is a lot cheaper because it's easier. The access is easy. But if you go to an Amish market, you can get like a whole grocery store full of, you know, what you need. Still spend the same money, and it's actually a little healthier, in my opinion. You know.
And what's crazy is, you know, when I was talking about eventually I might eat, you know, chicken or pork again, you know, that was going to be my option of getting, you know, those meats, you know, from the Amish community.
How about you, Allie?
So for me, like, it was easy to give up wine for 30 days because I feel like I gave it up for.
What?
Well, I mean, when I was pregnant, I had to give it up, right? So I know. But the hardest thing to give up that I immediately went back to on day 31 was ice cream. I have to have ice cream. I know I said I'm not having dairy, except if it's ice cream.
Right.
I love it.
Well, you have
gotta
to
treat
have.
yourself.
Yeah, you
Have
have
to.
to. Yeah, and that's the thing too is that when you do work out and you eat right, you should be able to still enjoy yourself. Like me, I love candy. Like I really do. I don't eat anywhere near as much candy as I did back in the day when I first started dating Chris. He used to think I was
terrible.
crazy. Oh my
Really?
god, I had a terrible sweet tooth, which is why I thank God for the cold and hydrotherapy because it literally whatever was causing me to crave sugar,
Wasn't it
took
yeast?
it out. It's a combination. It
Okay.
could be yeast. It could just be the bad bacteria that's in your colon. You know, it's a combination, and they feed off of sugar.
Well, it's like when you
And
read the
bread and,
packaging on the candy, I'm sure
Oh my
you have, and it's like you don't even understand what those words are.
Oh my
Like, it's
God.
like, what is in this?
Yes, it's definitely not good and it's artificial.
Right.
But wine, girl, please. The only reason I couldn't drink wine while I was pregnant is because I didn't have the taste for it. Like I did not have the desire at all.
Yeah, me
with
either, really.
Pregnancies, it sucked because my doctor says you can have a glass, you know, when you're pregnant, just one. And you can do like once a week, you know.
Yeah, that's exactly what. Once you're out of the first trimester, my
Yeah.
doctor was like, you can have sushi, you can have wine, you can have cheese. Like, it's not really.
Yeah, and think
thing.
about how many people are pregnant in that whole first trimester. They don't even know.
Yeah.
Don't know.
And they are like
They're doing a
drinking,
lot more.
smoking.
Clubbing,
They're doing everything.
kicking
You know, shoot. When I tell you babies are born foolproof, oh my goodness, they're little warriors, little Aztec warriors.
That's exactly what I was going to say, but
They are. It's amazing how the body just. Oh my God, it's such a beautiful thing. So the one thing I can't give up, I said I can't give up my candy. I have to have my Reese's Pieces and my Reese's.
Oh, is
Pieces
that your
peanut butter
go-to?
cups. What?
Ooh, so good.
Yes. Oh my
wow, we
God.
haven't had
good.
those.
Oh my God, and I put them in the freezer.
That's the way to do it.
Yes, and then when I eat it, I don't just bite into it. I actually chew all the chocolate off from around the sides.
Oh my God, that's
and
the
then
best
off
way
the
to
top,
eat it.
and then the bottom, and then I just eat the peanut butter just by itself. Oh my God, it's so good.
I really want one right now.
I know, Chris. I'm
man.
in your head right now, Chris. Stop. Stop. Stop.
What are y'all thinking
Wait,
about?
we're having a
I'm not
moment
thinking
about
about it.
literally
Yes,
a
we are.
Reese's peanut butter cup. I'm like, yes.
So good.
So let me explain to you how the guys over here took that. Oh my gosh, I'm eating the chocolate around the rim. I'm biting it. I'm taking my time. Then I sink my teeth into it. I go around and then.
Well, that's not good.
But I'm telling you, well, you know what I meant. But that's how it's being, taken over here.
Hank likes to be bitten.
Slide. Never mind.
You like biters?
No, I do not like biters.
Oh, Lord. Oh,
It's a song, How I Like It. Slob on the knob. like
Oh,
corn on
stop,
the
stop.
sorry.
Here we go. You know what?
Sorry.
We almost made it
sorry.
through
I didn't even hear what you just
entire
said.
It wasn't
You
worth
don't want him
listening.
to repeat it
no,
either.
I'm sorry.
Singing a song and
Nothing.
it's just not
nothing. I
even cool.
apologize.
That's
I
something that would
apologize.
come from a rammer.
Who likes randoms? Oh, Lord.
Okay,
Well,
so
let's-
moving on.
On that note, let's give
I'm
a
sorry.
moment of silence to all of you out there who are on your third round of trying to start a detox. Don't give up. Keep at it. It's been a journey for Chris and I, as I'm sure it has been for you, Allie. And Hank is gonna probably start his journey.
It's processing
soon.
right now. I'm processing it.
But yeah, I just feel like, if you can't make it through the first time, second time, third time, don't give up. Eventually you'll be able to put the mind over the matter and you'll get through it. And check out notforlazymoms.com for more tips on detoxing. And I would love if I could get a chef or someone out there who can prepare meals that aren't expensive, that are quick to make at home for people who actually are trying to start this journey.
Like
So-
give recipes for stuff? Yeah, that's great.
So if anyone's out there, hit me up, please. Go to notforlazymoms.com. I would love to have some videos of someone just showing people, like, this is what you can buy. This is how much it costs. It's cost effective and it's easy to fix. And you'll get full, you'll feel good for you and the kids, So if there's someone out there, because that's just not my alley, I don't really know how to, make quick foods. Whenever I cook, I'm in the kitchen for a long time.
Well, and I think that's what kind of scares people. They see a recipe and they're immediately overwhelmed. They're like, I'm not going to touch this. I'm just going to go to Chick-fil-A. I'm just going to do that. So, right, if there's something simple.
Yeah, and I'm a very visual person. If I can watch a video and just see it, then I can kind of mimic it without even reading all of the details. So I think that would be really cool. And I think the listeners and the people who visit Not for Lazy Moms, I think they would really appreciate that. It's all about us sharing together. So if you have any, tips and tricks that you would like to share, tricks meaning, not those kind of tricks. We don't want tricks.
I was going to
Hank's
say,
speak for yourself.
I was going to say I could produce a few.
So yeah, but this was a rather deep topic, but I think it's necessary for us to talk about detoxing mentally and physically and emotionally. So I think that it's the whole package that you have to do, and it will just make you feel a lot better, and you'll notice that the weight will start coming off. I've heard people have struggles of, they're like, I've been on this diet and I haven't lost a pound. So it's like, well, what else can you do?
I mean, it's also not the weight, too. Like, you can weigh the exact same, but look completely different.
Yes.
So it's really based on just how you feel mentally.
Yeah, in them inches, because you can lose some
Yep,
inches and
exactly.
still weigh the same. That's for sure. So thank y'all so much for listening. This was actually really enlightening. I think we should put Hank up to the test and maybe we can follow his journey of doing a detox, maybe a 30-day, and we can take notes and just kind of see what you're doing. And
I think we should all go together and get our colons done.
that would be so stinky.
You don't want to know what comes up out of this body. But
That first time is definitely the one where it's like, whoa, yeah.
I would start off with a 7-day challenge.
What's 7 days going to do?
I thought it was one step is better than no step.
Okay.
No, that might be a great
Right.
challenge for him.
Absolutely.
7
All right,
days.
7 days.
He's been doing what he's been doing for how old are you now?
I'm 31.
Right. So 7 days.
Absolutely. So 7 days, I think. But like, was it just dropping off the chicken? I mean, I
No,
can do that.
you choose.
I choose.
What you want to do as far
Okay.
as what your goals are.
Okay.
So-
Well, my goal is to detox something, and if it's losing the chicken for a week, I'm cool with
I
that.
mean, you can detox randoms. It's a detox.
He's already shaking.
And you already well. See, this is the thing. You said with detoxing comes a better your mental is better. You'll feel better.
Yeah.
Me losing randoms is going to totally, oh my God, my mental will be effed up. I'm sorry. I don't want to lose my randoms. No, randoms all day. No, I'm not going to detox from that.
Randoms.
But anyway, I will start a 7-day detoxification. Is that a word? Did I just make that up?
What was the word? you said?
Detoxification? Is that real?
It's a word.
Man, go ahead, Hank. I thought that was not a word. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna start my detoxification.
special.
I'm gonna start my detoxification next year for 7 days. Cool.
Next year?
For 7 days. I got you. I'm on it. I approve.
Oh, Lord. All right, we're going to work on that. Y'all have to check back at Not for Lazy Moms and see if we posted any updates. We need to do like a video chat with him and do updates. That would be really funny. Yeah. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. We'll see you next time.